Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppets. Today checking out some more Riegele beer and one of the small bottles of the stronger ones. That's all we got left, strong beers. And this one will be interesting. This is their Weizen Doppelbock called Augustus. They also have one called Augustus 8. It's not the same beer. This is the classic one, and then they have a modernized interpretation. I'm not sure if that was a Doppelbock though. I think it was also a Weizen Doppelbock. I think it had some modern hops or something. I can't remember. It's been a while since I looked it up, but we went through their classical stuff this time in the mix pack that I got. So this is a Weizen Doppelbock. Its original gravity is 18 Plato, which is quite high, kind of like the gravity you would have in most double IPAs. It's 8%, and it said it's fruity and strong, and that it's a fruity beer for, or fruity strong beer for people who know about strong Doppelbocks and like strong beers. That's how it is. They call it, it's a beer for your Kenon, which is quite funny. So this is going to be nice. I like a Weizen Doppelbock. I think Aventinos is fantastic. That's like my all-time favorite Weizen Doppelbock, and the one that all other Weizen Doppelbocks will be held up against. It sounds like also they do a split mash or something. It almost sounds like a double mash, but they do a split mash, and they use Pilsner malt, wheat malt, and Munich malt. And that's how they make this beer. So I've never had this, and I know a lot of classical beer geeks really like this. And yeah, we'll see if I like it too. It looks like a really rich beer too. It's quite hazy. I think it's the haziest of the Weizens, and it's got like a really orange hue to it, like bright orange. And the head that poured out was really nice and fluffy, and white, off-white, slightly beige. Looks like it has a good amount of CO2 as well, as is fitting for the style. Hefeweizen is supposed to be highly, highly carbonated. Okay, we got some birds fighting in the background. But yeah, Hefeweizen is supposed to be really highly carbonated, and it looks like this is going to be just that. So let's check out the aroma on the Augustus Doppelbock, Weizen Doppelbock from Riegele. Quite nice. Oh, birdies, take it easy. They're fighting over food. We have a bird's feeding tray out here. I'm not sure if you can hear them. But yeah, it smells really good, really bready, really banana-y, clovey. Actually, it's not like that. I thought it'd be like really sweet banana bread, but it's really heavy on spice. It's like clove and nutmeg and allspice and cinnamon. It's like really autumnal and slightly festive. Caramel and toffee nuances as well. Heavy, heavy breadiness, like doughy breadiness, like really doughy. Big time fluffy kind of wheaty nuances. There's apple too. Fruity like apple. Cooked apple. A little bit of that banana. And then, yeah, a huge spice overload, which smells really nice. It's quite different from when I think of like Schneider's Weizen. And it's also quite different from something like Vitus from Weihenstephaner. And they said that they use a specific yeast just for this one that they don't use in their other Weiss beers. It smells really good, really bready. Let's check it out. Give it a taste. Cheers. Wow, that is awesome. That is really good. Weizen Doppelbock is really awesome. It's so full-bodied. Like really fluffy, it's really autumnal too. Like it's spring, but it also really suits the setting where it's just starting to warm up, and like this just kind of warms you, and it has loads of flavor. Really fluffy, really creamy, high CO2 levels, and then an onrush of like autumnal festive spice, like loads of it. It's like clove. It's allspice, it's nutmeg, it's cinnamon, like there's so much spice. And then like overripe banana, a little bit of bubblegum, and I think actually it's more banana heavy on the flavor. And then like a really nice like cooked apple. It's almost like vibes to something like the autumnal pies of America, like pear pie, apple pie, stuff like that. But it's definitely more banana heavy on the flavor. And I think it's definitely the most interesting in terms of flavor of all their wheat beers, their Weizens. It's got the most going on and everything, but it's also a stronger beer, so it makes sense. Really doughy, really bready. It's got like a sweet toffee thing. It's definitely got like bready, hefty Munich malt flavor. Really fluffy. It's really great Doppelbock. Great Weizen Doppelbock. I think this is a style that gets overlooked a lot. It's not something you hear people rave about these days anymore. But some of the classic examples like this is freaking awesome. Like, this is fucking great. I don't think it's as good as the favorite, which is Aventinos. I mean, it's really hard to top that one. But you can see it's in that vein. It's something similar to something like that. But just, I think, definitely more autumnal and festive in spice. Great. Great, 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 great. World class? Not. It's close. I think for a lot of people, this would be a world-class Weizenbock if you're into classic beer. But I still think Schneider's Aventinos takes the cake for that one. But man, this is really good. This is just, again, fucking man, Riegele is just fire. It's such a great classic brewery, making fantastic German-style beers. Like, if you're into German-style beer, or if you were at some point and you want to revisit some awesome classical brewed stuff, Riegele is a must. And if you live in Europe, shipping for their Riegele shop, their web shop, Riegele shop, you just Google that. It's like so cheap. With shipping, it's 25 Danish crowns a bottle, which is, it's like 3.5, maybe 3.2 euros a bottle. It's crazy good prices, especially being in Denmark where everything is expensive. This is great. Great Weizen Doppelbock. So fluffy and full, and it's 8%. Like, this is the mouthfeel, and it's also dry, like all the other Riegele beers. It's also a bit dry at the same time. And also, like, yeah, it's just, the flavors are very bold, but they're also really well balanced, which is also a carrying thread in the Riegele beers. It's just really, 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 really awesome. I'm just debating, I think I may be actually at 94. 93, maybe a massive 93 and a small 94. This is a great Weizenbock, for sure. And I think it's one of those beers that if you're a modern beer geek, you probably will like not so much. And that's okay. But if you know anything of, like, if you like historic beer and classic beer, this is just so well brewed. And it's close to being, you know, top tier in its style. Yeah, I think this is a brewery you should check out, 100%. I freaking love Riegele. I would have Herrenpils and Kommerzienrat in my fridge all day if I could. Like, if you have guests over, whatever you want a Pilsner, here you go. It's the best in the world, and it's 25 pounds, or one of the best in the world. Awesome stuff. Yeah, go get some Riegele Augustus. Fantastic. I'm looking forward to trying their Doppelbock and their Speziator, Hell und Dunkel. Their Doppelbock, their light and the dark one. Hopefully that will be equally good to this, because this is a great start. So if you guys had this one, let me know what you thought of it. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And now I'm going to say cheers in fantastic Weizen Doppelbock, and see you guys in another beer review.